What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Kind of Funny Morning Show. It's been a while, Andy, since we've done this show, at least a week.
Yeah.
And so we've got a lot of news to cover, ladies and gentlemen. If you didn't know, the Kind of Funny Morning Show comes to you once every 3 years here on twitch.tv/kindoffunnygames. And then we'll probably post this show over on youtube.com/kindoffunny. We talked about it, and I think we can get away with it despite the fact that we just ran 400 illegal clips. Don't tell anyone. Be cool out there, chat. Kevin's he's gonna slice those bad boys off, and we're gonna put just the core of the show, so no one's ever gonna know we are riding hard on the coattails of the Top Gun volleyball scene. With me today, of course, is my co-host and dear friend, Mr. Andy Cortez. Andy, how you feeling today?
I feel great. I was so happy to see. First off, a lot of people don't know what's going on there, which is fantastic. But I also loved that in the chat, Greg Miller pops in and says, "Was the Top Gun scene always this long?"
Yeah, it was.
A really long.
You remember
sequence right there, Nick.
There was so for people who don't know, obviously this was a goal that we hit, and we owe you guys one morning show. Of course, this was a monthly goal we hit on Twitch. We're doing all these sorts of cool stuff, and these days you probably don't realize that when we do stuff on Twitch, we do it for your enjoyment. There was a time, however, when we used to do a show every day on Twitch that I would say was more for our enjoyment and more to torture the audience. Is that a fair assessment, Andy?
Yeah, I think it was definitely something that we did for ourselves, and the viewership showed.
It did. Yeah. We would average roughly on YouTube when we'd post it about 5,000 to 7,000 views, depending on if there was a story about Fast and Furious or not. If there was a Marvel story, we'd get about 10,000 views. And of course, we did all sorts of cool stuff in that show, like movie reviews, movie news, things like that. All of those shows, fun clips, all that stuff broke out and became the slate of content that we did in 2018, 2019-ish. So if you guys remember Screencast, Internet Explorers, KFAF, stuff like that, that all came from the morning show. A lot of you are thinking, does it make sense to put all those kinds of shows in 1 hour and a half long piece of content?
Definitely not.
And it does not. It does not, which is why we have evolved to where we're at right now. We're very happy to be where we're at right now on twitch.tv/kindoffunnygames, giving you guys all the gaming fun content that you could possibly want. But for today, we're going to go old school for the first hour of this here Twitch stream, and we're going to give you some news. But before we get to that, Kevin, it's time for some housekeeping.
Housekeeping? You want me to jerk you off?
What kind of hotel is this?
Fresh off the housekeeping, right off the top, we've got kindoffunny.com/store, where you can get merchandise, we think. We were never quite sure if you can get shirts when we did the morning show. We didn't know it was up, and I didn't even bother looking. Here we go. What do we have? What's available here, Kev?
We got merch.
We got merch. Oh, we got a Switch case.
In there if you wanted to. This is a dope shirt.
When did that Switch stock go on sale?
Tuesday.
This past Tuesday? Really?
No, I'm lying. I'm sorry. I can't keep that.
That was great, though. That was a good poll. It was like Tuesday.
A lot of good stuff
6
here.
Days. It's been
Wait, you can get the
That's
cool
a good
Greg
sale. We
shirt,
still got
$12.
the Cool Greg shirt.
Oh, the kind of Funhouse one. Why do we still sell this?
It's still up there.
Can we just buy the rest of the stock and burn it?
Kevin, I was about to make a joke and say, man, I should have prepared like an old version of the store, but it looks like it's right here.
No, it's still here. That's the fun part. I went through and I collected a bunch of housekeeping stuff, just to sort of bring us up to speed. We have a lot of news and a lot of housekeeping, actually, because we haven't done this show since 2018. And so next up on housekeeping, if you didn't know, we have a brand new YouTube channel. It is youtube.com/kindoffunnyplays, where we post all of our daily streams here on twitch.tv/kindoffunnygames. A lot of you out there were like, listen, I live in a different country. Okay. And despite the fact that I don't believe this next sentence that's going to come out of my mouth, apparently in other countries, it's dark when it's light here. It sounds weird to me, Andy, but
it sounds like a sci-fi sort of concept that, not even the brightest minds could conjure.
Listen, I've come around to the concept that the metric system is something that's real. Okay. I've come around to the concept that y'all do your dates differently.
I've definitely come around. I've come around to that, Nick. Like with the whole metric thing, as I've learned more about it, like, oh, you guys are serious about this. This is a real thing.
Oh, yeah, no, I thought it was a joke too. I was
Yeah.
like, why would you not just measure everything in arbitrary inches? And you know, why would you do something that makes more sense and miles and stuff?
5,418 feet.
Have you guys ever looked at the imperial system as broken down and what makes everything up? Because it's insane. It's like insane.
I've never looked into it.
I can say I have not done that.
Are we about to do Science with Kev?
Are we going to do Science with Kevin?
Let me see if I can find a good flow chart for it.
Please flow chart us
Greg
right
Miller.
now,
Greg Miller's in the house. Greg, what's going on, man?
Hey, it's Greg on Shock Mike. If you look at the calendar, it's a really big day today. We're gonna order some beeps. So if you could just slack me what you'd want from beeps, that'd be great.
Okay,
now, do you think is today the day that
seriously
Andy's going to try the
beeps,
mini corn dogs?
No, I will not eat the
Andy,
mini corn
just
dogs.
try them. How much? Oh, I touched it. Forgot the microphone shocks you.
Yeah, microphone shocks your face. Careful.
How much do we need to raise today in tips and donations to get you to try corn dogs?
I will not eat the corn dogs. I will take, however, the curly fries are fantastic.
Very good.
The curly
Very
seasoned
good.
fries from Beeps. Get out of town, Greg. Get out of fucking town right now.
I won't get out of town, but I'll get you some.
So good.
They are fucking delicious, dude. Yeah, they are absolutely.
Oh,
sirens are on our end.
Yeah, sirens are on our end. If you're listening, everybody.
One second.
How you doing? You liking it? All right. This makes me really miss the studio. I'll tell you that because it's been so hard to do shows in the quiet of my own home where there are no distractions other than whatever I've got on the screen in front of me.
Yeah, you can. At that point, you can only blame yourself. You know.
It's only me, right?
Yeah,
But what I miss is like Greg coming in with that fucking look on his face, and you're like, what's he gonna say? You know, that little like that look on his face.
Yeah,
I miss that. I miss the occasional Gary Whitta coming in and just either not knowing there's a show happening or just not giving a shit there's a show happening because his show does better views that's happening afterward.
It's usually both. It's usually a I don't care about what you're doing, even if you're on right now. It doesn't matter to me sort of thing.
Exactly. And I just miss the general rowdiness of the studio, of people coming in and out of the door. Every single thing that happens in the studio beeps. Remember that? Like you'd open a window, beep, 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 beep.
Right.
That was always fun. So, Kevin, you got the Imperial system up right here.
Yeah, so
let's take a look at that. What's
right
happening?
here is the line that we all know and love: inch, foot, yard. Remember the yard? It's
Kevin, if you would have told me this is what makes up the movie Tenet, I would believe you.
Yeah, yeah.
Here's a graph of what Tenet looks like.
What's crazy, Andy, is, so 3 feet make up a yard, 2 yards make up a fathom, 100 fathom. Well, that's a cable.
Wait,
10 cables?
2 yards make up a fathom?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, no joke. I thought a fathom was like a light year version of the ocean, Kevin.
I mean,
you know what I mean?
It kind of is. I mean, that's not incorrect. But you're thinking more of a nautical mile, which is made up of 10 cables.
Yeah, I guess I could feel that, the nautical mile. But I could have sworn, Kevin, that if you said, "Oh, that's 2 fathoms deep," that it would mean we're close to the bottom. We're close to the Earth's
far.
core.
You're almost in the Earth's core.
Yeah,
you are Aaron Eckhart and Hilary Swank from the core.
Your head would explode being that low down. Like your body could not deal with that compression.
No, instead,
James Cameron down there. Good
6
luck.
feet, right? Is that right?
Kevin,
6 feet.
Kevin, did you hear, by the way, that my old boss Richard Garriott went to the Marina Trench?
The Mariana Trench.
The Marina
Trench.
Yes,
you told me.
Yeah, the Marina Trench.
Because he's friends with some director, right? Not some director.
Probably Tom, not Tom Cruise.
The big
James
guy.
Cameron, right?
That's it. That's the one, right?
Yeah, James Cameron. If you haven't seen that documentary, there's like a hour-long documentary about him going down there, and it's ridiculous.
Am I wrong,
so
Andy?
like my old boss is the one who went to the space station. He went to the ISS. But as of a couple of weeks ago,
Richard Garriott went to the. That's right. Richard Garriott went to the ISS, right? I love
his
how you call
dad-
Richard Garriott your old boss. Like he used to work directly under Richard Garriott and like hang out with him.
I mean, he would walk up to my desk all the time. And, like
You're
sometimes
kidding
in person.
me.
Yeah.
Did he still have the man rat tail?
Yes, he still has
That's
it. Yeah.
so cool.
But
That's so cool.
it wasn't only
That's
that.
my goal.
He would either be in person or he would be on the motorized iPad. That we had one of those in the office where he would pop up on his face would pop up on the iPad, and he would control it from New York and just drive around the studio, and he'd walk into my desk and be like, very nice, Andy, very nice, yeah, I like that, I like what you got going on there.
First off, that's the coolest story you've ever fucking told, and I can't believe you haven't told me that yet.
It's crazy.
Second
off,
first
time we're hearing it.
You just put something in me in my head and Kevin's head that's going to torture you later in life.
You can't take it out. Kevin, that's the worst part. You can't take it out.
It's gone. It's inceptioned in, man. Every little idea is inceptioned in my brain. It's like we just got off an international flight, and I look at you. I'm like, "Do I know you?" And you're like, "No, you don't know me." But I just inceptioned something fucking in your head. I'm like, I feel violated, but also turned on.
Remember that movie?
Yeah, wake up, kind of confused. Yeah.
Here's what I'm gonna say, Kevin. New studio.
Okay? I'm listening.
You and I. When we need a break, we need a vacation, we want to go to Hawaii or something like that. Not together, maybe together. I don't know. I'm not opposed to it.
I wouldn't be against it.
We get one of the moving iPads and we can log in and move it around and torture people around the studio whenever when they think finally, Kevin, finally we have a break from Nick and Kevin. No, you don't. Fucking Greg Miller. You don't. Because of Robo Kevin's coming over right now.
Here, look, I got this article right here. Richard Garriott's views on Earth are now as deep as they are wide. The son of a NASA astronaut and a video game pioneer who previously traversed both the North and South Poles and funded his own trip to the International Space Station, Garriott completed a dive to Challenger Deep, the lowest point on Earth, on Monday, March 1st. I'm the first person to go pole to pole space and deep, and the first male to go space to deep. Garriott, who was the incoming president of the Explorers Club, made the dive on board the Limiting Factor, the first commercially certified full ocean depth deep submergence vehicle. That's a lot of words right there. Maybe cut that down a little bit. Make that a little bit more commercial friendly. No, not anything to do with James Cameron. I don't believe so, Kevin. No. Like Sullivan, Garriott made the trip as part of a series of dives aimed at surveying the Mariana Trench. I call it Marina, and collecting scientific samples. Garriott, together with his friend Michael Dubno, who was mid-dive while Garriott called from the surface support ship, the Pressure Drop, also brought along their own set of engineering and artistic experiments for the journey. Nice. Pretty cool stuff right there, Kevin. The photos look really neat. Looking at the ocean floor, what's down there? We don't know.
It's water. Now, fuck that. You know what I mean? Like, Andy, come on, you're with me, right?
What's up? That you don't think there's anything down there?
No, there's no reason why, we should be going down there. I watched an interesting TikTok that says, hey, NASA was originally created to study the ocean, and then they immediately started looking into making us leave the planet. Coincidence?
Well, there's a very popular song right now, and Snowbike Mike probably knows it because he knows all the cool songs. That's like number 2 on Spotify's top 100 playlist, where it talks about being an astronaut in the ocean. To which I replied, "Isn't that just a scuba diver?"
I think you're right. Should we get back to housekeeping? Sorry.
Now, this is what I wanted to say. I wanted to say when Snowbike Mike talked to us about the show, he said, "Do you guys think you can fill an hour?" I want you guys to know we've been live for 15 minutes. We're on the second thing in housekeeping right now. Kevin, what were you gonna say?
The bar in the middle there is in fact our normal bar, and you guys have filled it up. So
we already filled it up.
We filled up the bar.
So that makes it so we're at 35 days, and I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Normally we do the half off thing. So I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna set it to half off for the second one.
Wow!
Imagine the fire. I didn't plan for that.
There you go. Next up on housekeeping, of course. Remember, we have to do housekeeping for the last 2 years, so we got a lot to catch up on here, ladies and gentlemen. I want to congratulate Snowbike Mike on coming and becoming a full-time employee with us as of January this year. Congratulations, Snowbike Mike. We love you. It's been a pleasure working with you so far. Everyone, go out there, follow Snowbike Mike on Twitter, subscribe to his Twitch channel. He is an amazing human being, and we're going to be playing some Warzone hopefully later in the stream today with him. In other housekeeping, congratulations to Roger Pokorny for starting with us full-time. He is now a full-time employee with us. Roger Pokorny, twitter.com/Roger Pokorny. Go follow him. To the best of my knowledge, he does not have a Twitch channel yet. But one of these days I will get him to play.
That's definitely his old account. Yeah, that's his old Twitter.
Okay. Just threw it in there. Just threw it. No, that's my bad. I put that in there. So
yeah, Raj Former is his newer account. So
it's a dead account.
Do you know what happened with this
account? One too?
Yeah,
you know what happened with this one? So he had kind of just faked his birth. He typed his birthday into whatever, and then he eventually put in his real birthday, and then Twitter was like, "You're way too young to be on this site," and they deleted it, or they kind of suspended it. And he couldn't change it back.
Oh no, that was me. That was my bad. I think I gave
Oh,
it
the
wrong.
E, Kevin. There's no E.
Oh,
in the middle.
Interesting.
So it's more like Rog Former, but
Yeah,
it's like
Rog.
it's like Mariana Trench you hear it both ways.
And
there
I
he
am
is right
following
there.
him.
Everyone
Okay,
go
yeah.
over Rog Former.
That's great. That's such a good
Republic of Gamers. Which, by the way, also up right now on youtube.com/kindoffunnygames is Raj's first diving into the Marina Trench of party mode. If you all have been watching the Kind of Funny plays, edit or full playthroughs of us playing Super Mario 3D World, Roger edited the first episode of breaking down that whole series into a 5-episode limited run of party mode. Everybody go watch that. For everybody who I miss party mode. Well, it was happening pretty much every week on our games channels with the edits that Roger been doing. He does a fantastic job. Incredibly talented dude. That's why we hired him, because you make it, you ask Andy to edit something and it's going to take me 3 years. You ask Roger, 2 days. Really, really quick.
It's frightening how fast and how good he is at editing compared to anything that I do.
Well,
he's really funny too.
It takes his time, funny. Nick. I like to think things through every once in a while.
I like to lament. I miss smoking cigarettes, Andy, because you'd hit that one point in the edit where you're like, it's just not working, and then you'd go outside and smoke a butt. And hang out with Kevin, and Kevin's like, dude, that doesn't matter. Only 10,000 people are going to watch it anyway. And I'm like,
You're
yeah,
right.
but if I get this edit right, 11,000 people will watch it, Kevin. 11,000 people. And then maybe Tim will let me do it full time. Let's go to Marnie Tai. Next up.
Real quick, I just want to, the laptop looks so good in front of you. It doesn't it's not placed correctly. It would be it's a little angled.
What do I have to look? Do I have to look right here to
Yeah, you nailed it. You nailed it.
Perfect. Okay, cool. That's fantastic. Next up on housekeeping, congratulations to Blessing Adeoye Jr. for starting with us full time. He started with us full time. Go over to Blessing Jr. on Twitter, subscribe to him, and I believe he has a Twitch channel as well. But again, I didn't think that far ahead on this one because we have lots of housekeeping left to do. There it is right there. You can find all this stuff.
Really excited to work with this dude.
Blessing, of course, is an official member of the Calzone Squad, which is my Warzone squad, along with Mario Not Bros, Fran Mirabella, and Khalif's actually in it as well now. So we got a really deep roster of the Calzones for anyone who's out there looking. Andy, if you need a new squad.
I've joined every once. I like coming off the bench. I like being the support type player that comes in and I can come off the bench and give you, 16 points and 8 rebounds.
Get us that W.
And they go, wow, that's a big game from the guy off the bench. Who would have thought?
Oh man, you were with us the other night when we were second place. It was so heartbreaking.
Yeah, we had some close games. We had some absolutely close battles, but still fragging out nonetheless. Because very true. What did I do Friday night? I forgot what I was playing Friday night. And then I decided to end there and say, oh, you know what? I was playing Apex Legends on Switch, which was such an experience.
You said, and I quote, me and Alana just got done playing Apex Legends on Switch.
On Nintendo Switch, yeah.
And I was like, maybe here's the thing, chat. I don't know a lot about a lot. Okay. I don't know what the new meta in gaming is. Maybe you go over to Switch because no one's playing it and you just fucking house people all day long. Right. And so I asked Andy, hey, is it easier on that? And you were like, no.
Absolutely not.
No.
Absolutely not. No, the game runs at
it's garbage.
At worst, the game will run at around maybe 15 frames a second. It's usually around 30 frames a second, and it looks to be running, this is not exaggeration, around 360p, so maybe 480p, around there. It just doesn't look great. It's the Switch's hardware, and it hurt my eyes. It physically hurt my eyes. And then I switch over to Warzone with you all. Suddenly, it's like I put the glasses on.
You're seeing HD again.
You know when somebody can, it's like a colorblind person puts on the colorblind glasses and they start crying. That's how I felt when I played Warzone on PC with you. I felt so much better. And by the way, yesterday, my brother sent me a text message. It was like, "Hey, Nathan, my nephew, added you on Apex. See if you could play a game with him today or whatever." Because I don't see my niece as a nephew. I haven't seen him in fucking 2 years now. At this, about a little bit over a year or whatever. Played some Apex with my nephew. He brought his little friend in, a couple little 9-year-olds, just just in my squad, and it was just so funny hearing them just talk to each other. And the game just runs great on PC. It felt so much better, Nick.
Andy, were they using bad words?
Yeah.
No,
were they saying dirty words? Or were they saying
no? They were just like his friend sounded like he was 5 years old. Because my nephew Nathan is like, hey Theo Andy, can you go over here and get this thing or whatever? And his friend was like, yeah, I'm gonna do over there. It's just so funny, dude. They're so cute.
Hey, we all were young one time. Yeah. For me, it was 7 decades ago. Next up on housekeeping, all throughout the month of January, go over to. That's the different one. That's a different one. All throughout the month of January, go over to patreon.com/kindafunny. That's where I want you to go. Okay? Help us hit our goal for January. Every new follow, every new subscriber here on Twitch, every new dollar goes toward us hitting our goals, and they get awesome new things. One of the things we got coming up, if we hit our goals, is a awesome 80s movie night with me and Snowbike Mike. We're going to be watching movies together with you guys. We have all sorts of cool stuff. So go over to patreon.com/kindafunny all throughout the month of January and help us hit our goal. Next up on housekeeping, congratulations to us. We have hit our goal for January. We will be streaming from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. every day here on twitch.tv/kindafunnygames with the help of host Snowbike Mike. So that's pretty cool. Also, Mike and I will be doing our first official 80s action movie night watch along, starting with apparently Signs, starring Mel Gibson, I think was the first one we did. He keeps supporting. Maybe we'll watch The Running Man. Next up, we just watched The Running Man. It was really great. Mike loved it. He loved it. It was super fun. Super fun. In final housekeeping news, how many days until Fast and Furious 9? Now, here's the thing I just realized, ladies and gentlemen. This is not a morning show thing. This is an Internet Explorers thing, but I fucking put it on here anyway. 59 days till Fast and Furious 9.
59? That's 2 months.
It's 2 months away. Kevin, can you, as always, we have to bring up Vin Diesel's Instagram. Can you please click on that Instagram link there and let's bring up Vin Diesel just to see what he's been up to lately, Kev?
Swimming away.
And there he is right there. Just checking out the weather. Just checking out the weather there. I get confused. Is that Vin Diesel or is that Josh McCouga? I don't know.
You know what? Very similar skin tones here.
Very similar skin tones, very similar build, and their cranium is identical. And I've never actually seen Vin Diesel and Josh McCouga in the same room. Have you?
Honestly, when Kevin accidentally brought up this photo of Josh McCouga, I had no idea it would be tied to Vin Diesel until you brought it up. Like you're mentioning Vin Diesel, I thought we were just going to bring up his Instagram, but this is such a smart idea. Nick, you're pretty creative sometimes.
Guys, we're having a great time here on twitch.tv/kindafunnygames. Remember to subscribe if you can. If you can't, just give us that follow. And I've seen a couple kids in the chat right now asking for it. And I totally forgot I used to do this because I've matured. But because so many of you have asked for this, I'll give you one right now. Kevin, give me the best thing you can to the one. Don't worry about it, Kevin. I'll get closer to the camera. Ready? Butthole.
There it is.
All right. Now it's time for some news. News.
We didn't
Remember, ladies and gentlemen, we have lots of news to catch up on for the last 2 years. Starting off on bad news, unfortunately, New Mutants has been delayed.
Oh my god!
Yeah, I know it's a bummer. Originally set to release August 13th, the film's release will now be February 22nd. 2019 to allow for some reshoots to bring the tone back in line with what director Josh Boone's original version of it or vision of it wanted to be, and also to capitalize off of the success of it because scary movies for young adults apparently do really good box office returns.
Unfortunate. I mean, the thing that I'm hoping for, maybe this could be like a Stranger Things type thing, because Kevin, I'll be honest with you, I don't like scary stuff, right? I don't know if I want the scary themes in my superhero movies, right? Stay out of my superhero movies.
Right.
But it's an interesting premise, you know.
It's pretty cool. We'll have to wait and see. We'll have to wait and see what it is because I like the cast so far. Some of the cast news have come out, and like I think Maisie Williams, Anya Taylor, all these people looking pretty good. Next up in news, New Mutants has been delayed again. This time to August 2nd, due to some extensive reshoots and to quote make it better. Andy, I'm starting to get some massive Fantastic Four vibes from this right now.
I mean, we're starting to get worried now. Like, is it a development hell sort of thing? I'm not feeling super confident. You know, I think the first delay, you kind of get those vibes of you know, you got to finish the game. You know, it's like when a game gets delayed.
Yeah.
Like Satoru Iwata said, a good game is never.
Excuse me, do you guys not know what time it is?
Oh no.
Hello?
Oh,
you guys need to how on earth have you only gotten to the first news story? Did you do an entire morning show just of fucking housekeeping?
Literally, I got scared just like I used to. Just I didn't see you pop up in the Discord, and I knew you were coming. I texted you.
The only thing missing is me stomping in my boots through the office so you could hear me coming.
Sorry, Andrea. We know you got to do Games Daily later.
Sorry.
We love you. We're glad that you're recovering and getting better. We miss you.
Aw, thank you guys. I miss you. I miss the morning show. I've been watching the chat. It's definitely something we guys should contemplate bringing back. You know, maybe once a week or something.
We're thinking once every 2 years to start, and then we'll see what happens.
No, because then the entire show is just housekeeping.
That's what I don't know if you ever watched the morning show back in the day, but that's pretty much what the entire show was anyway.
Oh no, I did. I was on just a couple of times, if you remember.
I do. I remember you being on and you being like, you know, I do professional shows sometimes, and I'm like, yeah, I know this is not professional.
You sure do.
This is not professional.
You know the show that makes money for the company? That one.
That wasn't this show. This one was like, we're gonna add some extra views to Kind of Funny Games Daily's views so that the sponsors don't go away.
Like it's one of those things, Andrew, where like if you add the numbers, it's like an aggregate kind of, you know,
it's all
encompassing. Yeah. Thank you.
I love how somebody in the chat says that I need my money in the bank cat. Whatever happened to the broken pieces of that cat?
I
think Kevin glued it together.
I think Kevin glued it back together, but I'm not sure if it made it to the new studio because we had to put everything in giant bins. So Cool Greg may have packed it with some love. We're not quite sure.
Well, if nothing else, the GIF from Corey still lives on. You can all tweet the money in the bank cat GIF.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
So listen, I know you guys got a lot of show to do. I just wanted to pop in like old times. Can I get some 11:45 emotes thrown up in the Twitch chat?
Oh, that emote is long gone. That emote.
Oh no, you deleted it?
Yeah, but I mean, your emote stays forever. Don't you worry about it, Andrea.
For now.
Good. Don't get rid of my mean face. It's classic.
I want you to know, Andrea, from the start of the show, people have been throwing up your emote, being like, "When's she gonna come in to interrupt?" And I'm like, "Oh, you guys don't even know. We got a surprise for you." And there it is. This is the best part of the show. Y'all can stop watching now. It's gonna.
Nick got so scared.
Amazing. I miss you guys. Enjoy the rest of your morning show. Love y'all. Take care.
Get better. Come play Warzone with us again.
I will absolutely. I'm down. New season is dropping tonight.
Is it?
Awesome. Well, no, that's for Black Ops.
Like zombies or
MP
something?
and zombies, yeah.
Oh, cool.
But new stuff. You know, if you guys ever want to take a break from Warzone and come play with the big boys, you know.
Maybe one day.
Maybe one day. All right. Peace out, y'all.
Bye, Andrea. Feel better. All right. Quick update now. We're getting an update on this news story. Next news story, rather, is Disney just apparently bought Fox.
Whoa.
So New Mutants gets a new release date. Along with that of April 3rd, 2020, Disney confirms this movie will officially be part of the MCU. That's huge. That's huge news, Andy. What do you think?
I mean, maybe this is what they needed, Nick. Maybe this is what they needed for that franchise to turn around. You know, maybe this is where the movie starts getting a little bit better, right? Maybe Kevin Feige says, "Hey, fix this, fix that, fix this, fix that."
Do you think Do you think maybe they're going to introduce mutants to the MCU?
I think it would be
at this point.
It would be an interesting way to do it. Like
maybe
kind of
we
just
have Iron Man
come in
at the end of the movie, you know, sort of thing.
It's like, well, let these kids out of this weird insane asylum. How about that? Oh, sorry, sirens are on our end.
Sirens on our end.
That's on our end. Don't get you're not getting pulled over right now. All right.
Maybe not a smart idea to bring that back, just because people might be listening to this in their car. Well, I guess
that'd be fine.
There's no way.
Listen, if you're listening to this in your car, if you hear a siren in your car, you guys know what to do. Hit the fucking gas.
Run.
Hit the gas.
Run.
Just
and
run.
Just get away.
Yeah, hit the gas. Call your lawyer on speed dial, speakerphone. Don't hold the phone because you'll get arrested if you're driving with the phone in your hand.
Don't do that. Handset, hands-free set, and just if you're anything like me, just whisper the code. It's happening again, and he'll know what to do. Update: Disney finally watched New Mutants and has confirmed it is in fact not part of the MCU as was previously reported. Yeah, that's not going to be part of it at all, unfortunately.
Good. No, it seems like a bad sign.
Looks like we got a new update. Josh Boone has confirmed that apparently no reshoots have taken place at all, meaning that the original cut of his of the film is his original vision for it after all, which is cool. At this point, reshoots could have been done, but the cast are all 15 years older and would fit more in the Logan universe than a young adult horror movie about mutants that takes its plot from One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest.
That's good. Yeah,
I hear him laughing.
It's so good. It's so good. It's so good. It's so fucking great. No, what I wanted to come in and talk about was you told the people to run from the cops, and then Andy said to call your lawyer. Nick, Andy, you're too young. Nick, you probably remember a show called The Practice, don't you?
Vaguely.
Dylan McDermott.
Yes.
Laura Flynn Boyle.
Yep, sure.
They presented an interesting idea once where a guy was drunk. A guy was drunk, right? And he worked at The Practice. And he wasn't like wasted. He was just, he'd had a few. And he got in an accident. Yeah. And he got out and panicked and called the lawyer and was like, hey, I just got in an accident. And she was like, and he's like, I'm a little bit drunk. And she's like, all right, well, don't talk to anybody, obviously. And it was like before the cops got there. And he was like, but I've been drinking a little bit. And it was like an ethics violation. And he was like, oh yeah. And she's like, do you have any alcohol on you? He's like, yeah, he had a bottle in his bag. This part isn't, he had a bottle of Jack Daniels in the car with him. I forget if he was drinking at that time. And she's like, all right, well, pull it out right now and start drinking it. And he's like, what? And he's like, pull it out right now and drink in front of everybody. And then and when the cops get there, say you got in the accident, you needed to calm your nerves, you had to drink.
Wow.
And I don't remember how the episode plays out. I think she might get disbarred for it, but like I was like, that's actually an interesting idea of how to get around the old popo when they get you,
And then all you got to do is just do like a blood test and be like, sir, you are you have the blood level of somebody who's been drinking for the last 2 weeks. It's impossible.
Exactly. It wouldn't work. It's just an interesting idea. I'm not saying it was a great idea, but I'd like to see someone try it in real life.
Well, yeah, we're not saying legally we're condoning you do this, but if you get pulled over, do coke in front of a cop and see what happens. Just blow a fucking line right on your dashboard.
It's legal now, right? Yeah, you don't know if was I doing the coke before or after?
I think it's always been legal in Texas, but I'm not quite sure.
Everything's legal in Texas.
Oh, here's a scenario, right? You get a little too drunk, you fall asleep at the wheel, you crash, and then the cops are coming. You're like, shit, they're gonna know I was drunk. You do a line of coke and you say, Laura Flynn Boyle told me I should do the line of coke to wake myself up so I could talk to you and be conscious for the conversation.
Now, for the record, I don't think it was Laura Flynn Boyle that was the one who gave that advice. You know what I mean?
Dylan McDermott?
No, it was one of I think it was Catherine Manheim. Is that right? Is that a woman from The Practice? Was she on The Practice?
I'm gonna Google it. Catherine K or C?
I don't know.
Let me tell you a little bit. Let me tell you a little something about Dylan McDermott.
Please. Did he come into your Best Buy?
No. Dylan McDermott and other white people.
Catherine Manheim, I fucking nailed it. Or Cameron Manheim. But still, come on. Come on, that's good, chat.
That's a good call right there from Greg.
All right, I gotta go do PS. I love you, but I'm gonna keep listening.
See you later, Greg.
And I can't believe, Andy, just drop it on like, oh, my boss, Richard Linklater, whatever the guy's name was. And it was like, and it was this thing of like, no, we've heard you say this before. We always think you're joking. Now that you wrote an iPad to your desk and would talk to you.
Oh, yeah.
Crazy,
he always right around. Yeah.
All right.
That's a cool story.
Right. Tell some DC Universe Online stories after this. All right,
bye. Okay. Nick, with Dylan McDermott, one of those white guy sort of names that I didn't know existed. You grow up in the RGV where we don't play no games. Yeah. You're surrounded by Juans and Marios and Miguels, Juanitos, Julios. That's sort of like all you know. So when I heard the name Dylan McDermott, I was like, that's the coolest sci-fi name I've ever heard in my life.
Right.
The first time I heard Dylan as a name, the first time I heard Ty, like T-Y, I was like, dude, that's so fucking cool. I went to Arkansas one time. My cousin's one of his friends named Ty. I was like, Ty, that's the coolest shit I've ever heard in my life, dude. I thought that was only in Digimon, So like when I started meeting white people, I was like, wow, these are really cool sci-fi names.
It's one of the reasons why I love my name. because it could be a common name or it could be a name for a space person.
Well, my cousin, I had a cousin Nick back home, Nicolas. So
so not cool.
Not really. No, not cool.
Okay. You can't mention Dylan McDermott without mentioning Dermot Mulroney,
the New Mutants,
who, in my opinion, is the better of the two. Dermots.
Got it.
Next up on the news banter update, COVID-19 is a thing. So Disney is now moving the release date of New Mutants back once again. The new release date will now be August 28th, 2020. Is there nothing that COVID doesn't take away from us?
Terrible. This is a terrible time we're living in right now. And what I do want to mention is if they do end up merging these universes, maybe that's why it's getting delayed so much. Maybe they're working on more of a Disney merger to bring them into the MCU, the Mutants. I would love to see a sort of time-hopping younger version of Wolverine. Because obviously Hugh Jackman's time is sort of come and gone. What if we got like a
I don't know, Andy.
Efron?
We're not quite sure. We're not sure what year we're in right now. It could be 2002 right now for us. And he could just be starting his career.
What if we got Zac Efron to play a younger Wolverine?
But the question is Zac still jacked?
He's probably still jacked.
He's still jacked.
Yeah.
I just looked it up on his Twitter. He's doing this new Netflix show. He is still pretty jacked right now. So that's pretty great. Okay. Oh, this just in. Final news story for today. It's November 17th. New Mutants finally available to stream on demand.
Wow.
Check out our full review over at youtube.com/kindoffunny. Spoilers. It was fine.
Yeah, spoilers.
No, it was bad. It was really bad, right? Remember,
yeah,
everyone had fake accent. Like everyone, even the people that feel like shouldn't have.
I thought Anya Taylor-Joy's accent was pretty not great. I guess we had what's her face from Game of Thrones?
Maisie Williams. Yeah.
Kind of.
Yeah, I mean, it was disappointing, Kevin. It was disappointing after all this time that we waited for the movie. You kind of felt like the movie wasn't going to be great, and it turns out your intuition was correct, Kevin.
Yeah.
Well, it's unfortunate. It's been a long road getting to this point, and unfortunately, it looks like the New Mutants. We won't see a New Mutants 2, Newer Mutants, starring the next generation of mutants. It's unfortunate.
And when I put my hands down, Spoiler Bros will be over for all the listeners who don't want to get spoiled.
Very well done, Kevin. Very well done. That's it for news right now, and now it's time for all sorts of sports.
All sorts of sports with Andy Cortez.
That was perfect. That was a perfect little transition right there. What's up? Welcome to All Sorts of Sports.
With Andy, you start talking now.
I wasn't expecting to see that, Kevin. I kind of forgot what the end of it looked like. I just grabbed the file and uploaded it to the Slack.
My favorite part about that intro is that you didn't even bother getting a real golf club. You couldn't even be bothered to get a real golf club. You just composited a golf club into your hand, and it's way better than it has any right to be.
Thank you. Yeah, the angling doesn't really match up in any of those shots, really. Nor does the perspective, nor does the movement, nor does the way any sort of sports ball moves.
The explosion looks good though. You know what I mean?
Thank you. I got that. I think Nick hooked me up with a folder called Explosions.
Yeah, from I had an old like standard definition action essentials set that was Explosions that I hooked you up with. So when you scale them up, they look like just balls of orange.
Yeah. It all worked great. Welcome to All Sorts of Sports with Andy, everybody. It's been a long time coming. We have a lot to catch up on. Tom Brady left the Patriots. So it looks like the dynasty is over. It looks like the career of Tom Brady is over because he went over to the Buccaneers. And probably not much going to happen there, unfortunately.
They're dead. I don't see them winning.
Yeah, and the Patriots, we'll see how they rebound. Hopefully they are able to, we'll see. I know a lot of people don't want to root for the Patriots, but I probably like Belichick more than Tom Brady, because I feel like Belichick is less of an out loud Trump supporter than Tom Brady is, because Tom Brady had the Trump supporting cap behind him. We'll see how that goes. And then just turns out, Nick, that if I'm reading this correct, the Tom Brady won another Super Bowl. He won his ninth Super Bowl.
Okay.
Or maybe sixth. No, he went to his ninth straight. I don't know. Who could keep count at this point, Nick? How about the Spurs, Nick? Obviously, a lot of big names leading them Spurs. A lot of big names leaving the Spurs. A lot of unknown talent. A lot of young talent with the Spurs right now. Snowbike Mike is here to join me on all sorts of sports. Mike, how are them Sacramento Kings looking?
Oh, man, the Sacramento Kings are looking real good, Andy Cortez. We have a couple of long rebuilding decades is what we're calling it out here in Sacramento.
It's a long rebuild cycle, but I mean, again, when
rebuilding decades,
like Satoru Iwata said, a delayed game is eventually good. A rushed game is bad forever. It was either him or the other guy from Nintendo who said that.
Makes sense. That makes sense. For a second, I thought you were talking about sports, and I was like, I don't know if that makes sense. Like, I think a delayed game is just bad. That's bad, right?
But like a delayed game is eventually good, is what they mean. Like, if you delay it, you mean that means that you're going to eventually fix everything, all the problems with the game.
Oh, no. That saying makes sense when you compare it to video games. Comparing it to a football game, I don't know if that logic still checks out.
Yeah, I guess so. But with the Sacramento Kings, they're on the rebound, and I'm sure at one point they'll win a couple games here or there.
Perfect.
What's going on in the UFC, Nick, with all sorts of sports?
Oh, UFC right now, man. John Jones is killing it. This just in, John Jones got popped for cocaine use and maybe getting into a car accident where he accidentally hit someone in another car, and she may or may not be pregnant. John Jones is back, though.
Is that real?
Got popped again for steroids. And now John Jones is working out really heavily to make it to heavyweight, so he can fight the winner of the Stipe Francis Ngannou fight this weekend. This just in, holy mother of fucking nightmares, Francis Ngannou starched Stipe Miocic. Did you guys see this?
I saw him punch him in the face, and the guy
oh
just
my
fell back.
God.
Yeah.
This man, so they call Francis Ngannou he's got a lot of names, right? But one of the names they call him is just the baddest man on the planet. And for the longest time, his power didn't necessarily match the skill level that you would expect from a heavyweight UFC fighter, right? So what I mean by that is he's a great fighter, but he relies very heavily on his knockout power, which is the best, I think, probably in any contact sport or in any blood sport on the planet. But finally, this was the first time I've seen him really step up his game, evolve his style, and actually move and work like I would expect a champion heavyweight fighter to move and work. And so seeing him right now, I'm like, if they put John Jones up against him at heavyweight, I just don't think that's going to end well for John Jones.
Do you think you could take him?
I think that I think he would punch me into the next fucking century.
Gotcha.
And I would be this guy, Andy, he's got what we like to call, it's not just knockout power, it's change you power. I.e., when he hits you,
you're different.
You're different. And I don't know. People were like, let's see a number. This was the second time he fought Stipe, and Stipe actually beat him the first time. But
I think it's steep. I don't know. The game's steep.
It's a dope one. Both are great.
Yeah.
I don't know what they'd have to pay me to fight Francis Ngannou for a third time. I think it would have to be tens of millions of dollars if I got knocked out like Stipe got knocked out, because he got fucking starched. It wasn't just I got knocked out and the ref had to stop it because I was kind of huddled up. It was fucking tabled down, and then Francis just hit him with a hammer fist that I'm pretty sure put his head through the mat. So there you go. We'll see.
Thank you for the UFC segment right there, Nick.
There it is.
I also want to call out Chase Winters in our subreddit, who's always making really funny videos. And it says, all sorts of sports. Andy only ever talks about the NFL, the NBA, and sometimes baseball. That's not all sorts of sports. That's just only 3 of them. March Madness is happening right now, which is college basketball. So that's my college basketball update. In the NHL, Anaheim is playing Colorado tonight. Los Angeles is playing VGS. Who the is that Vegas? I don't know. They got a team in Vegas? What does that mean?
I have no idea.
Mike, they got a team in Vegas?
I am happy to report
is this
they do have-
Virginia something state?
They do
VGS?
have a team in Vegas. That is correct.
Shut up. When? Since when?
I believe 2019.
Oh, okay.
Well,
that's
I mean,
fairly recently. You can't
that was
crucify
this
me
year
for that.
apparently, depending on where we're at in the
Yeah,
show.
you're right. Yeah, when the morning show went offline, you're so right. You're so right, Nick.
We didn't know. We didn't know. You stopped paying attention to news.
That's a hockey news right there. Also, yeah, looks like that's it for all sorts of sports.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us today. We're going to take a quick break though to tell you about our sponsors today. Andy, who do we have for our first sponsor?
This episode of Kind of Funny Morning Show is brought to you by snakes. Every year, millions of snakes have to live outside without a warm home to come home to. But that doesn't have to be the case. You can take a snake. You can take a snake home with you right now. Snakes are great. They're like this is my first time reading this. Snakes are great. They're like lizards without feet. Hey, did you know you could put a I can't read this, dude. Hey, did you know you can put a snake in your pocket and take it into the movie theater with you? If people ask you what you're playing with in your pocket, tell them you're playing with your best friend, your little pocket snake. Put a little friend in your pocket and take them everywhere. Snakes, they make good pets, but even better friends. That's the first ad read.
There you go. That's the first ad read. Snowbike Mike, who do we have for the second ad read?
Hey, this episode of the Kind of Funny Morning Show is brought to you by twitch.tv/SnowbikeMike. Hey kids, do you love getting active? Do you love playing games with your best friends all night? Hey, remember in the 80s when parents thought death metal was Satan's music? Well, come on out and watch us play Valorant and Fall Guys all night at twitch.tv/SnowbikeMike. That's twitch.tv/SnowbikeMike. Your parents will hate it.
All right, ladies and
okay.
gentlemen.
I see the connecting thread there.
There was no connection there. I wrote that one fast. I put a lot more effort into the snakes one. Sorry, Snowbike Mike. You got the short end of the stick on that one.
I got the easier one.
You did get the easier one.
Yeah.
You did get the easier one. Big topic time, ladies and gentlemen. Of course, this will actually be a real one. We're just coming out of the worst year ever. COVID-19 hit us all hard. And very excited, though, to take a look at what's coming out this year. And celebrate all of the amazing movies and shows we have to look forward to with you here. I'm just going to run down this list. This is cobbled together from a few lists, and hopefully I got the dates right here. But the top one was Variety as of last Friday. Coming out right now, of course, we are reviewing or reacting to Falcon and Winter Soldier, which is over on Disney Plus. Invincible, which if you haven't watched, please watch those episodes. Support that show. It is so freaking good, and it needs your support. That's over on Amazon Prime. We are going to be doing Godzilla versus Kong coming up on this Wednesday, actually. So we'll be reviewing it, I believe, on Thursday for our Monsterverse in review series. And then, of course, we got Mortal Kombat coming at you. And oh my God, I watched Mortal Kombat last night. What a fucking film.
Let's talk about it. We gotta wait. We gotta save it. Gotta save the enthusiasm.
What a film.
What a film.
May 28th, Cruella comes out, as well as A Quiet Place 2. And I know Kevin's excited about that one because we both liked A Quiet Place very, very much. Loki, the TV show coming out Disney Plus, June 11th. In the Heights. You guys can stop me anytime you want to talk about any of these, by the way.
Well, I want to mention A Quiet Place 2 sounds like A Quiet Place 2 sounds like a terrifying movie to watch in a theater.
Oh, dude. It was
because of the COVID.
I watched it I think I watched it at home.
Talking about A Quiet Place.
And yeah, Quiet Place. And I cannot imagine watching that in a theater, just by nature of how scary it was and how silent it was.
He was like,
was it cool?
Was really cool. He was like, it's really cool.
Oh, really?
I was too scared to do it. No, thank you. No.
Yeah, that sounds like too much. Sounds like a sonic audio experience where like whoever is designing the audio, they're working overtime. They want to make sure that they want you to think that there's something behind you, underneath you. I don't want any part of that, honestly, Kevin.
No,
I'm glad
terrifying.
I'm glad I'm not going to watch that probably ever, honestly.
Loki, of course, coming out June 11th on Disney Plus. In the Heights, which I know Kevin's excited about, by the same dude that did Hamilton. That's going to be a fun one coming out. Fast and Furious 9, like we talked about at the top of this show, coming out hopefully June 25th. Not moving back for the final time. And then right after that, July 2nd, just in time for this here Independence Day, we've got Top Gun Maverick. And Snowbike Mike, we got to watch Top Gun before we watch Top Gun Maverick. You're going to lose your shit when you watch this movie.
Oh, so there's more movie than just them playing volleyball?
Oh no,
because that was pretty long.
So the volleyball scene takes up a good chunk of the middle, but it's bookended by
Mike. That's actually the post-credit scene. That's the post-credit scene.
Okay.
Yeah. Contrary to popular belief, the movie's not about volleyball. It's actually about top pilots in the U.S. Navy going up against each other to figure out who is the best. That's what Top Gun's about. July 9th, Disney Plus, Black Widow dropping. It's official. We're very excited about that. Of course, you're going to want to watch that because we're going to add that to our MCU in review as soon as that's out, along with, of course, the Loki show and Falcon and Winter Soldier. We're gonna put all those bad boys on the list. Jungle Cruise, July 30th. Who's excited for another The Rock movie?
Is Kevin Hart in it?
Oh yeah, of course.
Oh hell yeah!
So.
No,
I don't think he's in this one. I think this is him and Emily Blunt, right?
Emily Blunt and who is the other guy? Meth Damon. What's his name?
Meth Damon. Chat, let us know.
Meth Damon.
Jesse Plimpkin.
Jesse Plemons. Jesse Plemons is the bad. Well, we think he's the bad guy. It's one of these stories, Mike, where. You know, Jesse Plemons. Have you ever seen Twister, Mike? You ever seen Twister?
Oh, hell yeah.
Hell yeah. Okay, so Jesse Plemons, very similar to the dude from Robin Hood and Saw, Robin Hood Men in Tights, and the movie Saw from the fucking, what's his name, dude? What's his name?
Carrie Elways?
Carrie Elways, yeah. Well, Carrie Elways in Twister. How he's sort of like the big antagonist, the big business guy. Essentially, we got two squads trying to go get the same thing. And the thing they're going for is apparently something deep in the forest, and it's got magical properties. And The Rock and Emily Blunt want it for whatever purposes.
I'm sorry, Andy. Are you talking about Twister, the disaster movie?
Yeah.
One sec. Ask me one more time.
Okay.
Ask me one more time. Sorry.
Okay, I'm sorry, Andy. Are you talking about a disaster movie right now? Geostorm podcast.
Was that loud? Sorry.
It was moderately soft.
Yeah, it wasn't quite what we were hoping for.
Yeah, I don't have the sorry.
I'm sorry, guys. I really want you to know that I'm very, very hurt that I couldn't find the Geostorm podcast. It sucks.
You know what? I'll be honest with you right now. This morning show has hit a level that I did not think it was going to hit, and we hit that in the first 5 minutes. So honestly, I'm coasting on easiest right now. Andy, we won the fucking game already. It's like, it's the 9th inning, and we're just like, why are we still playing? Yeah, put them in. Is that what that works? Is that a good sports analogy?
Like the bench players are already. The bench players already are in their street clothes already, just kind of on the bench, like laughing with each other. And they always cut to, like the bench players will do like something, or the people playing will do like a cool dunk, and they'll cut to me and Nick, the starters on the bench. And we'll like kind of look at each other. We're like fucking around. We're joking. And they're like, "Oh man, these guys are." You know what I mean? You know what I mean, Mike? Like where they cut to like the cool players, and it just shows them like, and they're getting ready for the playoffs. And good lord, the rest of the league better watch out. Better watch out for these guys. You know.
I love it. I love that we're part of the people that are cool sitting on the bench.
We're the cool athletes. Yeah.
Hell yeah, we're the cool athletes. Keeping down the line, we've got the Suicide Squad, August 6th, HBO Max, and like here's the deal, Andy. The guy that runs HBO got a lot of shit for saying that he's just basically going to put all those top tier movies on HBO Max. But I'm not mad at it. And I don't think you should be mad at it either.
I'm so excited for that.
I'm very excited.
Lord,
after that
what a
trailer
great
last
trailer
week.
that was.
Come on, son.
Phenomenal.
Let's go.
Trailer.
I need it. Continuing down the line, August 27th, we got the new Candyman coming out.
Oh, wait, one thing I didn't want to mention about the Suicide Squad trailer.
Yeah.
There's two notable people we didn't really see in the trailer. We didn't see Nathan Fillion.
I forgot he was in this.
And we didn't see Taika Waititi.
I didn't know he was in it either. That's awesome.
Yeah. Those are two people in the trailer that
do we
didn't.
Think either of them are gonna have like a lot to, like, you don't think they're just gonna?
I certainly hope so. I certainly hope so.
Who's doing the voice for the Marmot for that rat guy? What's it?
Oh, that's Sean Gunn. Well, Sean Gunn's doing the mocap. I don't know if he's doing the voice actually.
Yeah.
He probably doesn't talk, Nick. I'm probably just he's do rat noises. You think they got a cat to voice the rat, Kevin?
No, it's probably cool. Mark Hamill or something. Cool.
Yeah,
that'd be amazing if we got Mark Hamill to point to do Rat Boy. What's it called? Chat Weasel. That's what
Weasel. Yeah,
that's what it is. Not Rat Boy. I'm an asshole. This next film I totally forgot about, but I'm very excited. There's no release date yet for it that I could find, but The French Dispatch still coming, which is the new.
Wait, what is that movie?
It's the new Wes Anderson movie.
Oh, right.
And it looks so funny and so cool and fun.
I love.
So we're excited about that. Next up, Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings, September 3rd. Venom, Let There Be Carnage, still a thing, still coming out September 17th.
No,
forgot about that one, didn't you, Snowbike Mike?
Yeah, I forgot about that one.
I don't want that. I really don't want that.
I don't want it either. Can Sony just give it up? Give Venom back. Give it all back. Here's what I would do, guys. Here's what I would do. Just give it all to Marvel, and then collect checks and go about your business. Go to Starbucks, write screenplays, pretend like you're going to be something someday. Go practice jujitsu on Sunday afternoons. Maybe go to an open mic. Just let everyone else make money for you. It's worked for me.
Yeah.
October 1st, Dune, Denis Villeneuve's Dune, still coming out. We're not sure. I don't know if that's going to come out HBO Max or not, but I do know that that's been contested right now because Denis Villeneuve's like, dude, I don't like this whole HBO Max bullshit. It might kill the Dune franchise. So hopefully it does not. I'm very excited about that. I just watched Blade Runner 2049 again last week, and fuck, I love that movie.
You don't want this to be dead on arrival, Denny.
Here's the deal with Dune. It's going to fit. It fits into that exact same category where it's going to be, Andy, it's going to be super deep, super emotional, super cerebral sci-fi.
Impact.
Great cast. The action's going to be amazing, but the strength of the movie is going to be its storytelling and its thematic, themes and how they're connected throughout all of the stuff. Mm-hmm. It's going to be deep. It's going to be a great movie, and no one is going to see it.
No one.
You know what's going to make more money? Venom Let There Be Carnage will make Venom at least twice as much.
Andy, you're so right. God, it's so upsetting.
Yeah, and here's the thing with Venom Let There Be Carnage. I think that Venom Let There Be Carnage will get to the point where it is being watched as a meme, right? Like you're a funny internet person, and I'm going to watch Venom Let There Be Carnage, and I'm going to say that it's a great movie because I need this to be my personality on the internet so that people can like me and watch my stuff,
Is it similar to how you guys all, when I left the camera, you guys are like, let's all fool Nick into thinking the Snyder Cut is the best thing ever made, and then you bailed out of that joke real fast?
Oh no, it was just something that happened when you immediately left to the restroom, and then Greg said we should say that we all absolutely loved the movie. And I was like, that's a fantastic plan. But by the end of the second half, I ended up kind of liking the movie. So
me too.
Joke's on me.
I will say that.
Joke's on me.
October 8th, finally, No Time to Die.
Oh my God.
Do you expect do you expect me to talk, Mr. Blofeld? No, Mr. Bond. I expect you to die. By laser to the crotch. How are you going to kill me? Laser to the crotch. Jesus God. All right.
I want to mention.
Give me the head.
I want to mention this because this has nothing to do with Bond. Obviously, that's not how my brain works. Sure. I'm going to talk about something that has nothing to do with any of this.
Absolutely.
We see obviously that the writer of John Wick is moving on to write the script and to work on the movie, the video game movie. What the fuck video game movie is it? Ghost of Tsushima. Did you hear about this, Nick?
I saw he was moving on. I didn't know he was moving on to that. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, he's leaving the John Wick franchise. Now, I had it in my mind this whole time that John Wick 4 was pretty much done.
Mm-hmm.
And apparently it's just not.
Like
John Wick 4 hasn't even... It bums me the hell out, Nick, because I was under the impression this whole time COVID is what's delaying John Wick 4. Mm-hmm. It's mostly shot. It's pretty much done. They just got to do this and that, a couple of reshoots here and there. John Wick 4 hasn't even started anywhere of development because they said that he is leaving the production of John Wick 4. And that seems to me like it's just not even close to being ready, and it stinks.
I'm going to throw this out into the universe right now. I'm going to Greg Miller this. let me write the 4th John Wick movie. I've written 7 screenplays, 6 of which are absolutely terrible, and I will never show anyone. One of which I showed my wife. She got 20 pages into it and said, you need to focus on something else. But I think I could write an amazing end to the John Wick saga. Here's my pitch for you. Here's my pitch for you right now, Andy.
Wait, real quick.
Okay.
Nick,
yes, sir.
honestly, I'm really proud of your wife for trying. Like, good for her.
She did. Yeah, she got about 20 pages in. I was like, you ever going to finish that one I wrote about the vampire? And she was like, no.
Oh, Lord. They're about vampires, huh?
One was about a vampire. Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
You
got to go where the creativity takes you, Kevin.
Sorry.
That's fine. Was that Morgan Freeman talking to Andy? That's amazing if it was. Here's my pitch for John Wick 4. Everyone, if you want to clip this out and send it to the directors of John Wick, here's my pitch for John Wick 4. If you want to let me write this, directors and producers, I'll guarantee you we can nail this, okay? Movie starts, and John Wick kills everyone for 2 hours as violently and creatively as humanly possible. And then the movie ends.
And this is like a 2-hour movie?
I think 2.5, 3 hours.
Okay.
Yeah. And again, depending on where we're at and where we think this movie is winding up, producers and directors, I can leave it on a cliffhanger. Does Halle Berry come back? Revenge of Halle Berry?
God, please, I hope so.
I mean, I know all the characters.
Right? She was terrible.
I loved Halle Berry in that.
You
Kevin,
know what?
I loved her in that. I love it with the dogs. Kevin, how can you not like a person who's an assassin that kills people with fucking German shepherds? Come on, dude.
I liked her a lot more the second time I watched it, but the first time I was kind of cold on it. I was kind of cold on it, Nick. I thought she was a lot colder the second time.
I mean, I just think everyone that's involved with John Wick deserves Academy Awards. Just give them all Academy Awards. This movie franchise is what we need right now.
Some people in chat were telling me that I get John Wick 4 confused with The Matrix. No, I've never got them confused with The Matrix.
No.
Because I think before
That's a
COVID
weirdly
hit, John Wick
specific
4
thing.
was supposed to come out last year in June or July or something. No, wait, it was 2023 or 2022.
Yeah, I think it was always slated for a little later than you think it was going to be. I don't think it was supposed to have come out.
Yeah, you're
yet.
probably right. You're probably right.
They're still working on it. Continuing down the line, November is going to be a great month for all of us, including Greg Miller, because Ghostbusters Afterlife drops November 11th. And then the movie we've all been waiting for, Mission Impossible 7, is slated for November 19th. Fuck yeah. Tom Cruise.
Can we pizza bet right here?
Yeah.
Pizza bet that
Chat
Greg is going to love Ghostbusters.
I hope so.
I think he's going to absolutely love it.
I think it's got the best shot of any movie of its ilk to be good. And by that, I mean bringing back these movies from 30 years ago and expecting them to create the same magic is a very, very difficult thing to do. And more often than not fails. Coming to America too. And so I feel like this has the best shot. It might fall short, but we're going to give it a fair shake, just like we did the Snyder Cut. Okay, we heard you all out there. People, it's important. We'll watch it. Fine, whatever. I got through 18 hours of Snyder Cut. I'm going to watch the black and white version when it comes out. Here's my pizza bet for you, Andy. I pizza bet you that Tom Cruise will run for at least cumulative 10 minutes in Mission Impossible 7.
That's a long time.
You'll get 10 full minutes of Tom
over
Cruise
or
running.
under. What are you doing?
I will say, you take the over or under. Let's say realistically, I'll say over 5 minutes. Over 5 minutes. Do you think it's over 5 minutes or under 5 minutes of running?
I'm going under 5 minutes.
You're going to go under 5 minutes?
Yeah.
Okay. Chat, remember it.
Collective running, dude. Like, because here's the thing. A lot of it's supposedly shot in space. How you running in space?
On the walls and on the ceiling.
Yeah, you just with space, you just got to push a little bit, and then space does the rest.
And then you just wiggle your legs.
Here's what I'd like to imagine.
You wiggle your legs like a dog that's like hovering over the water. Snowbike Mike knows what I'm talking about.
Here's a sequence I'm imagining in my head right now. The rocket is losing fuel to get to the moon, right? It's running out of gas. It's not going to make it there. So Tom Cruise has to get out of the rocket, run on the side
and push off.
Yeah, and run off the side and push himself and vault himself, Kevin, to the moon. And the moon, when it gets there, the moon explodes, and it creates a a disaster on Earth because if the moon explodes, it creates a lot of issues in the world.
Issues in the world.
Sort of like a world-ending climactic event similar to like Deep Impact or Armageddon. Kevin, do we have a theme song that can possibly go along? Oh, jeez.
That was amazing.
There we go.
That was great. Good job, everyone.
A lot louder than I thought it was going to be. Shout out
so loud. It woke me up. I love my third cup of coffee. That thing worked better. Rounding out the list, of course, West Side Story, December 10th. Spider-Man, No Way Home, December 17th. Apparently, The Matrix 4, December 22nd.
That's my brother's birthday. Happy birthday, Aaron.
That's awesome. And we're also going to get some Hawkeye and Miss Marvel, hopefully sometime late 2021 for Disney Plus shows. The Matrix 4, we'll see. We will see.
I remember being at my ex-girlfriend's apartment in downtown when they were filming The Matrix 4.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And we look out the window and it's like, it's great. There's like a lot of people gathered and a bunch of vehicles and light sets and things like that. It's like, damn, I wonder if I could somehow sneak on set and maybe they see something in me and be like, wow, we should really get this guy in there. He's got something.
I would love nothing. I would love it if there's one shot of the movie where it's just this perfectly composed shot and everyone's in a costume and Andy is just cosplaying as Neo in like the far back of the shot with the dumb 90s glasses and the trench coat.
I really want to be the extra on set that goes kind of a little too above and beyond.
Yeah.
Where I'm the one adding lines when I don't have lines. Like I'm just supposed to look shocked and scared in a crowd. But I go, oh my God, my mom's gonna freak out. Or they're like,
yeah.
Sir, you don't have lines. You're not supposed to talk.
Sir, we're not seeing you per se. So when you say things, we don't know where it's coming from. We don't know where the sound's coming from. You're like, I got it. Take two, action. Oh my God, I've got so much anxiety right now. I was like, sir, what did we just say?
We got to do that.
That's it for the big topic, ladies and gentlemen. And now we are moving on to the fun clip section. If we want, Snowbike Mike, we're actually about an hour in to this show. How are you feeling about the time so far?
I'm feeling great, Nick. Everybody's having a good time. We're laughing. Let's watch some fun clips. Do you want to take a quick moment, really quick? We do have a nice donation coming in from Faint Aphid, $6.69. 3 years worth of birthday tax. Happy birthday, and thank you so much for that birthday tax.
Amazing.
Thank you, Faint. We appreciate
Thank you for that, Faint. Appreciate that. Mike, what do we have for our first fun clip?
Coming up on fun clips, we have, check out this doggo's crazy eyes, y'all.
This is it, right? This is the right one?
This is it. Oh, yeah, you're on.
What's wrong with him?
You can see the white part of the eye. Like you're not supposed to. It looks
close
weird
them a little bit.
That's always the funny part when you can see the whites in their eyes. Whenever a dog's looking straight but looking at you with the side eye, it's always the funniest. You can see the white on the outside.
Oh, I love that.
Oh, we also have a tip for $6.69 from Snowbike Mike, who says birthday tax. Thank you, Snowbike Mike, for the $6.69.
Oh, and it broke the bar there. Huh, interesting.
Appreciate that.
Had to make sure I put forth my birthday tax after 3 years in the making. Up next, we have something that I think maybe we could make a goal one day for Tim Geddes and Moose. Enjoy this fun clip.
And don't mention my name. It's clear I'm the cutest bitch in the game. Bitch, I'm cute.
There you go.
Oh my God.
Oh my God, it's Mishies.
Look at that.
Oh my God.
That's a real panda. Is that a real panda?
No, they died.
Oh my God, he just made it look like a panda?
Can you do that? Is that allowed?
That's illegal.
I think
That's
it's
so
like
cute.
frowned upon to do that to dogs.
I'm sure it's like you can wash it out pretty easy though. Oh, it's just dog. It's like it's probably a fun thing you wash out in like a day.
Oh,
that's
so
so
we
cute.
missed that
Let me see it again. Let me see. That's unbelievable.
Oh my God,
that's fantastic.
How much do you think this service
I thought it was a real
costs?
panda bear.
Because Moose looks really like he can look puffy like this if his hair is shaved correctly.
Did they knock out the dog? Did they just like punch it, knock it out, and then
no,
do the
I'm
thing
sure it's
around
like
the eyes?
I'm sure it's like a comb in. You just comb it in, and I'm sure it doesn't hurt the dog at all. But please make sure you're not permanently dyeing your dog's hair because that could probably fuck them up really bad.
I don't think you can.
Yeah, I agree with you,
it's like a dog hair dye.
Cameron, can I agree with you? I feel like it shouldn't be near the eyes. It's kind of worrisome for me, but it's so cute that like, who cares? You know.
I mean, come on, the dog's gonna die in 10 years anyway.
It's not on his actual eyelids.
I hope not.
I highly doubt it is. I know it says permanent. I highly doubt it's for the rest of the dog's life.
Well,
that would be animal cruelty.
Hair grows, guys.
Yeah.
So, but also, it would just be like that patch, and it'll grow out eventually, right?
Oh, fuck, that's cute. That's so cute that I don't even care if it hurt the dog. Is that bad? I'm joking. I'm just teasing.
Next,
he's joking.
We've talked a lot about Tom Cruise, so his little snack impossible.
Don't hurt your fucking dogs. Don't hurt your dogs.
It's always the cabinets above your fridge that I would always try to get to.
Yeah, because that's where the booze were.
Look at her locked in on the handle as well.
Dude, she's a mountain climber. This looks like Kevin when he used to climb.
Like if she, like I am so scared watching
the way her
this.
Foot is holding on. Like she knows what she's doing.
Like a little monkey, like a little monkey foot, Kevin.
She's got good upper body strength for a kid. Look at that.
Great. Yeah, I mean that move right there is hard for many adults to do.
She's doing like pull-ups like this. Like, oh my god, that's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
I know on a recent podcast we talked about how I would always climb my tree and get onto my roof, and I couldn't imagine watching like my nephew try to do that. I would freak out. I'd be like, what do you do? Get down from the, but we did it all the time. And I guess maybe that's growing up, Kevin. Maybe that's what part of growing up is.
Yeah.
Watching this, I'm so scared. What if she slips, falls down, cracks her head on the ground?
They're kids though, man. They grow out of it. Like you fuck your head up, it grows back. It's fine. They're kids. That's why they give you 2 sets of teeth when you're a kid, dude. You knock a couple of them out, you fucking learn.
You get a second chance. I like that.
Yeah, you get a practice run,
Yeah.
Up next is Quarantine Spin the Bottle.
Oh.
Okay, whoever it lands on has to drink the whole bottle.
What is it? What's at a bottle?
Damn it. I hate this game. Okay.
That was great. That's fucking hilarious.
Really good.
Damn it. I hate this game.
Fantastic video.
What a great place to cut. See, I've come to the conclusion, we talked about this before, Andy, but with screams and with jokes like this, the cutting of when the video stops is so important.
It's so important. That's timing.
And that was perfect.
Timing 101.
Oh, damn it.
Timing 101 right there.
Okay, whoever it lands
very,
on.
very
Fucking
good.
perfect. That was great.
What we got next, Mike?
We have a cat party. Get ready for some fun.
Oh, it sounds like allergy party to me.
Oh, I love this.
I feel like your brother would be really good at doing little puppy parties like this.
Oh god, my brother would nail this. But first off, I fucking love this song, by the way. I love this Diane word.
Really cute.
That's awesome.
Up next is What's Your Talent?
Nobody asked for.
Oh, I saw this.
This is exceptional. This is
That's
crazy,
really
right?
good.
This is fucking
That's
wild.
really good.
Nick, you should duet with her with your actual trumpet.
I mean, I'll be honest with you. She sounds better than I ever did. So
it's incredible.
That's incredible. Give me. I love that song too. I used to listen to that so much when I was a kid.
Really?
Because I loved Louis. It's Louis Armstrong, and I loved how his horn used to sound because he would just like unleash that shit.
So going from What's Your Talent to Say What? What's your superpower?
Yeah, so I have this really cool ability to create inconvenience. Bro, I'm gonna stop you right there. Did you just say you could create inconvenience? Boy, that ain't the stupidest power I ever heard in my life. Ow. I had a rock in my shoe. Dumbass power. Like what you gonna do? Stop some. Oh, fuck. Bro, why is there a rock in my shoe? Yeah, like I was saying. I thought you were gonna have some like super strength, but no, you had to have some stupid ass. Fuck! Why is there?
Oh no. Oh, he's got a shit.
He's got.
I got a shit. Please, God, no. That sounds
inconvenient.
Really inconvenient. Yeah, so I have this really
That's
cool
good.
ability.
That's great. Good. That's funny. That's funny.
This one is specifically for Nick right now. We have a little special combo for you too, Andy, coming up, but this one is for Nick.
Oh.
Then a little high five.
That was amazing.
a little respect right there. A little respect.
Oh, that's cool.
Man, those head kicks land there. You're fucking out, bro. That was dope. That was dope.
That's fucking
I like that.
sick.
I like that.
This next one is for Andy. Andy, you do some great impressions, and I think this one is going to be good for you.
Oh, yeah, I've seen this.
But truthfully, it's very, very low. And when he talks, it's very, very breathy, like this. So, most times, Michael Caine is down here. He goes up here, but then he finds himself back down here. You take this voice with the breath, like this. You add a southern twang to it. And never say
oh my God, it's McConaughey.
S's. You got McConaughey. That's just a fact, right?
This guy's unbelievable.
McConaughey, very whisper. Drop the S. Don't ever let your tongue touch your teeth. So a lot of people do Michael
So
Caine.
good.
That was great.
So, Nick,
That's really good.
I recently sort of started the TikTok addiction over the weekend.
Mm-hmm.
And as you like things, the Tim has mentioned a million times, the algorithm it's ridiculous, right?
Yeah.
And so suddenly I'm all in Valorant TikTok, where it's all about here's why you're bad at Valorant, here's what strats you should be using, this and that. Really cool, helpful shit. But also impressions TikTok has sort of invaded my feed as well. There's a lot of really great impressionists there. Also the other night, it got really horny. TikTok got super horny. Where it was just like, gee, I don't know, this could be on TikTok. This is crazy. And then it also sort of melded with horny Marvel TikTok.
Oh.
With just really attractive women dressed up as like Marvel characters.
Sure.
And then that turned
Nothing
into
wrong with
Marvel
that.
lore. That turned into Marvel lore, and why this character arc was so important in this version in Winter Soldier,
that's a
whatever.
roller coaster ride you've been on.
Yeah, really a big roller coaster ride. Yeah. But yeah, it's kind of wild now that I'm finally experiencing it for myself. Because at first, a couple Trump videos, I was like, all right, yeah, let's get past this. And then people were like, yeah, just say you're not interested, you'll move on. A couple of them I reported because it's like some of them were just straight up racist, which is like, yeah, let's get that off the feed. Don't need that. Don't need that, Nick.
Did you? Well, yeah, I can imagine so. Mike, what do we got next?
Up next, name every woman.
Oh, so you're feminist, yeah. Name every woman.
Whitney Houston.
Amazing. That was amazing. That was fucking amazing.
Up next, let's get weird. That's just a great TikTok. You know, it's basic, it's simple, it's quick, it's easy. That's what you got to do. That's a good one. Up next, let's get weird.
Just get out of the house and go for a toasted sandwich and a coffee. That's it. I don't ask them to.
It's so good to me.
Just get out of the house and go for a toasted sandwich and a coffee.
Nick,
That's it.
this is gonna be you.
I don't ask them to. I don't expect them to do anything. Just get out of the house.
What? Was she possessed by the devil for a second there? Like, what was that for?
I don't ask them.
I love this.
Kevin, how many times have I done that to you and no one's looking?
So many times. So many times. And not even on camera.
So
Remember, Nick, we used to walk into the back room, and for whatever reason, your legs were up, and you would do that, and it's like, why are you sitting that way? How long have you been waiting?
You gotta air out the gooch, man. It's my power gooch.
You gotta air it out, bro. Air it out.
Oh my god,
up next
that was great.
This is One Good Dog.
This show's great. Oh, the
Is there a
BBs.
noise? Wait, sorry.
No noise needed. Oh, damn
okay.
it.
What the hell?
He's digging the trench for it. He's making sure the trench is clear.
How is he doing it?
He's a trained. He's a dig boy.
Holy shit. How tired is he going to be after this? This dog is amazing.
This is.
Well, I think the trench is partially there, Right?
He just digs it out.
Keeping it clear. He's keeping it clear, making sure
That's so cool, though.
That's really
That's
cool.
Still cool as shit.
He's just clearing it out.
This is amazing.
This is
Mikey,
incredible.
how long do you think you have to train Clay and staff to be able to do this?
With enough turkey, probably 2 weeks. You know what I mean? Just give me about 7 pounds of turkey. I bet we can get this done.
I need 7 pound turkey and 2 live turkeys.
Wow, he's still going, dude. Holy shit. What kind of dog is he? I want that dog.
Of course, it wouldn't be a fun show without our favorite kind of funny member out there, and that is Shaq, the Big Diesel. What is he up to now?
Oh, he's roller skating.
Is he roller skating?
Which is just says a shirt that just says warning. I'm not listening.
Those have got to be the most. Those got to be the biggest roller skates anybody's ever had.
They're so big.
Like,
look
you
at how
had
big
to
they
get
are
those
compared to everyone
custom
else's.
made.
Yeah.
Look at how big they are based on how far apart the wheels are compared to how far apart the wheels are on everybody else's. They look like
literally is like the
look at
chassis
the
of a
wheels
fucking
on
Ford
everybody's
truck.
shoes and look at his. You could fit another shoe in between there, dude. It looks like an SUV.
That's unbelievable. Do you guys think that it's fun to be Shaq right now? Like no
100%.
one expects anything of you.
Oh yeah,
100%.
And everyone loves you. Yeah.
100%.
Good for him.
The very, very small amount of time we spent with him, he looks like a man that has as much fun as he wants to at all times.
Oh yeah, he's doing a bunch of projects that make him a lot of money, and it's only because he wants to do them. Yeah, dude, he's destroying life. He's destroying it.
Up next, MS Paint saves the day.
We need audio for this one.
Yeah, you can put audio. It's
And
good.
they say I can't show you the highlights until the post-game show ends on CBS at about 11:30, but they don't say I can't open up MS Paint and go to town. Roll it, Brandy. Will Wade trying to take LSU to the Sweet 16 for the second
This is
straight
amazing.
tournament. Cam Thomas, red hot early. 19 first half points for the freshman. The ball was on fire. LSU won by as many as 9, but Michigan battled back, outscoring.
I love that they didn't
LSU by
bother
10.
drawing any of the other players.
No, they'll need to.
High 12. So in the second half,
Look at 3-point draining the
This
three,
is
Mike.
amazing.
That's deep.
Scored 30. Juan Howard keeping his team calm as the Wolverines respond.
Oh, a little corner three, the
14-1
easiest
to run.
shot. Most
Sean
efficient
Brown
shot right
going
there.
For 21 off the bench. The Wolverines steal the momentum, and Ann Arbor faithful
Wow.
rise to their feet. Michigan never looks back.
Little baby, is that a child?
That was great.
They're complex.
But you got to raise him right,
complicated,
Andy. You got to raise him
and,
right.
they
Yeah.
say
Bring him to the games early. Get him in early. You know.
Fantastic job.
Well done.
Just a cool one out there. Is this a UFO?
I hope. Oh, this is apparently a shuttle that burst apart.
Broke into pieces. That's
Yeah.
terrifying. Like a satellite. Sometimes satellites fall in and they just burn up.
It
I don't know,
was
it's
the SpaceX
interesting,
thing?
Wait, what is that?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
That's
what
so
I'd heard, at least.
Rad.
Yeah.
Looks like the
cool looking
Sulaco.
Yeah.
It looks so cool,
I want
though.
I bet you in real life it is just
That's more than
one of the most amazing things ever. I want to
Oh.
experience a sort of thing like that. I want to see the Aurora Borealis is what I want to do.
You
Kevin.
can see it one day. You'll see it one day.
Can we all get sent up there for some great on the out there on the coverage?
We can
Listen, I
do a
wouldn't
live
put it
morning
past
show
us.
right there.
Yeah, we can do that.
kidding me?
Up next, Kevin, this is for Boris the Turtle right there. This is a little turtle love. Something for you to keep in mind right here.
I knew what it was going to be right away.
Now check this tortoise out. Or this turtle.
That looks
I
a
should
lot
say.
like Boris. No, his cones are taller.
What's he doing? Is he gonna get?
He can feel it. My little brother was telling me they have like sensory, what's it called, nerve endings in their actual
On the shell? Oh,
on the
he just
shell,
likes to
yeah.
scrape it?
Yeah, he's scratching it up.
Oh yeah, it feels good.
That
It's
looks
like kind of like when you got an inch on your back, but you scratch your jacket.
Yeah, you scratch it through because you can scratch it harder.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Oh fuck yeah!
Oh, that looks good.
I mean, he looks like he's having
Oh,
a
this
good
feels
time.
good.
And it's adjustable.
Good for him.
Look at his little arms. Look at those little spikes on his arms.
Yeah.
How cool he looks.
I like they
Turtles
put
are
like
crazy.
Exact same
the
setup.
turf underneath them too.
Turtles
which
are
is
like
nice.
dinosaurs, man.
Yeah, it's
They're
scary.
crazy. They're
He's
so cool.
It's starting to get hotter, so he's starting to come out. Like not really come out of his little house, but like he'll peek his head out. I tried to give him a cactus this weekend, he didn't eat it because Cecil was losing his shit, but he was pretty close. He was pretty close.
I can't wait to feed that thing a cactus. That sounds so cool, Kevin.
Yeah, it sounds amazing. Gosh, just a little turtle taking chomps out of the what are they called in Spanish, Kevin? What do you call a cactus in Spanish?
Nopal?
Nopal, yeah, nopal. Little nopalito.
Up next is for Andy. He's on fire!
Oh no.
Oh.
Oh no. Oh my god.
Go.
Holy shit. No way. What the
Why
fuck?
would you do this? Kids, don't do this at home. Don't do this at home.
Come on, you've never done something
he's got
like
gloves
this.
on.
He's got cool gloves on, yeah.
Buckets.
Dude, that's so sick. That's the coolest thing ever. We gotta. This is why I want to hoop at the studio, Kevin.
Oh, we definitely.
So you can light shit on fire.
Fire is right.
Just drain threes, dude.
Nick, you never like did anything dangerous with like fire and like things like.
I mean, if I'm being honest, we did have a good run of a couple years there with fireworks that we probably.
Yeah.
I mean, you ever seen what a bottle rocket shot at a car does? I know it's cool, but. It's definitely irresponsible. Don't do it.
Sure.
Don't.
But you
do
did
it.
tell people to run from the cops today.
I didn't tell them to run from the cops. I said hit the fucking gas and leave those pigs in your dust.
right. So you did. Just so we're clear.
But I said it more flowery. So when people ask if I was serious or not, I could just pass it off like a joke, like I do everything else. And hope to God that gets me past. You know?
Yeah.
Sure.
That's very
up
cool.
Next, just run.
Good.
Oh no.
Oh,
What's he doing? Oh my God.
Dark Souls.
That's amazing.
I love this. I could watch this all day.
That's amazing,
dude. That's great.
Up next, I believe I called this one Steezy. So let's see what the definition of Steezy here is. Oh, this is so hot. Oh.
How's he doing
Holy
that?
Shit.
So dope.
That what?
And with the fake trip, little slip right there.
I don't understand.
How did he do? He's really good
What
at this.
is he doing? Is he just in like socks or?
Maybe he's got smooth feet.
Does he have ice underneath him, Kev?
Smooth feet. That's what I was thinking, Andy.
No, he's wearing shoes. You think
That's
there's
really
a little
cool.
treadmill? It's like a treadmill. He's jumped on it.
It's got to be the
No.
smooth feet. I got my money on smooth feet. Pizza bet.
What does
That's
that mean,
Steezy,
though?
Call him up. Listen, can we get this guy on the phone? You got smooth feet.
DM this guy right now and
How
ask
smooth are
him
your
what's
feet?"
the texture of your feet. Is it smooth or is it coarse or what? What are we doing? I like that North Face he's wearing.
Up
I
next.
really like watching
Got
this.
him.
I'm sorry.
It's so good, Kevin. The music is really good, Kevin. If you turn down the music when you listen on your own time, music hits, dude. It's good music.
How do you say rocket launcher in Dutch?
In Dutch, you would say raketwerper.
Raketwerper. How do you say rocket launcher in Dutch?
In Dutch, you would say raketwerper.
Raketwerper. How do you say rocket launcher in Dutch?
That's good.
He gets better every time somehow.
That's good.
That's really
Next
good.
one is.
And the game looks fun. We should play that soon.
Man, we're gonna play that. That's right. Doggo protects. Run it.
Humans be like, I need you to stop barking at the delivery man. You're embarrassing us. Okay, and thanks to me the delivery man has never broken into our home. How are you not appreciating my hard work? If it wasn't for me, how would you know your 100 Amazon deliveries are here?
Like that.
Humans be like,
That's
The
cute.
dog looks so dumb. It's so good looking.
It's so good. It's so fucking cute. I can't stand it.
Oh my god.
Look at him. Stop looking.
We have a update on, if you remember a couple years ago, we had a great YouTube video take over the world about how Cleveland sucks. Well, now we have part 2 about why Cleveland still sucks.
Folks, beautiful Cleveland, Ohio. I am exclusively regional comedian Mike Polk Jr. A while back, I made a couple of Cleveland tourism videos encouraging people to visit our fair city. Well, this place has gotten even better since then, so we thought it was time for an update. I hope you enjoy it. Welcome to Cleveland. Let's play ball. Fun times in Cleveland, some more. New Cleveland. Welcome to New Cleveland town, everyone. No river fires for over 50 years. Our hearts are swelling with pride and plus corned beef. We all wear t-shirts to prove we like living here. This building's no longer haunted by sadness. We win a title about every century. We now have more breweries than citizens. We put up signs to remind us where we live. We added bars and we legalized gambling. Now we're like Vegas but cold 10 months a year. Welcome to the Major League All-Stars. Spend all your money and have fun while you're here. It could be worse, you could be in Detroit.
It's great. That's
still
funny.
a Detroit.
That's fantastic.
Still
I like that a
Detroit is
lot.
great at the end, yeah.
Oh man. Vacation says this calls for Regina. That's one we should bring back.
The word out in the street is there was a boat stuck in a canal. Let's take a look at it live right now.
Oh God, this.
Oh, man, that's really funny.
That's funny as shit.
I did tweet out from the Kind of Funny Vids account that I think Kevin could have figured this out way quicker than they did.
We gotta get that dog that digs a trench. Done.
Yep.
Dog's done in 5
Bang.
minutes.
Bada boom, bada bang.
Bada bing, bada bang.
Come on, dude. Up next, everybody loves this guy, and we're about to get vaxxed, y'all, and it's that season. Kevin, just play the music, bro, and enjoy.
Oh,
I got the vaccine up inside my Pfizer Moderna. I got the vaccine up inside my Pfizer Moderna.
Crank this
I got the
shit.
vaccine up inside my. Got that vaccine up inside my life. I got that vaccine and I'm feeling just right. Got vaccine in the motherfucking dick. Got that vaccine and I'm gonna suck you clear. I got the
All right.
He's saying I'm gonna suck.
That's probably
Just
enough.
run it, yeah,
of that.
stop the music, man. Keep it
Let's
going, keep
move
it
on
going.
to the next clip so we don't get in trouble.
Oh, I love him.
Oh, man.
Go follow if you don't. I don't know how to say his last name, but I'm gonna say Mark Riboulet. If you don't follow him, please follow him on Twitter and on Instagram. He's blowing the fuck up. He's huge now, and he's so.
That's how we're
funny.
gonna end it. That's great.
Ladies and gentlemen, that has been fun clips for this year's morning show. We're gonna transition into some games in just a little bit, but before we do that, though, we would be remiss if we didn't take questions from subscribers only. I forgot how we're going to do this, Mike, but I put in the chat or in the notes here.
Sub only chat is now live.
No, you got to type it in.
Sub only
Just type in
chat.
the code. Type in the
There you
special
go.
code,
Perfect.
Nick, if you can.
Here, I'll type it in right now.
Yeah,
guys.
go
I'll do it
ahead.
right now. I'll do it
Yeah.
right now.
There
It's
it is.
backslash.
Great joke.
Here, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it right there. There it is. I typed it in. I got
Kevin,
it.
you know exactly what I was doing.
I did that right. I did. It's unrecognized. Here we go. We'll do this right real quick. Here's the code. Code 4. Code 3. There it is right there.
Yeah, there it
Didn't do it.
is.
Didn't quite do it for us. Of course, if you're a sub to this channel, you get to ask us. We spend the last like 10, 15 minutes of this just answering your questions or comments or concerns. If you have anything critical to say of us, we'll just gloss right the fuck over that one because we're having a great day.
Yeah, I don't want to
and
read
we'll
it.
not ruin it. Snowbike Mike, help me shout some of these out. Why would Nick and 80s kid be named 29K views? Great question. Cordy, it's moving so fast. There's so many subs now.
So many questions.
It was easier when we only had 15 subs to this channel. People could just ask us questions. Let's see. Daniel Fox 90 says personal favorite pizza toppings. Andy, you want to take that one?
I mean,
It's pepperoni.
come on. You know the Pepperoni Diplomacy Act of 2019, the last time that the Kind of Funny Morning Show aired, 2019. You know? Was it 3 years ago? Was it 2018, Nick?
It was probably 2018. Yeah, I think that's what it was. But that's when we talked
No,
about
it was,
that might have been KFA.
It was 2018. Yeah,
KFA
it was 2018. You're right.
Let's see. Rushir 30 says no news about FCF. I think Greg's talking to him this week. I'm not sure if they're going to announce or when they're going to announce anything, but we should have something, at least some direction of where the league's going, hopefully soon. So check back and definitely follow me on Twitter for that because I'm all your breaking news for everything. Antman0208 says, Nick, can I get a morph? Morph.
Thank you, Ant-Man.
Regular gaming guys ask Fiji versus Smartwater. Nick, what's the go-to?
Oh, I'm a Smartwater fan, man. I like those electrolytes and I like the shape of the bottle.
Really, I like the shape of the Fiji bottle. I like that like brick that I'm holding.
The square. It doesn't fit.
Square.
It doesn't fit in the cup holder ever. It doesn't go anywhere.
You know, I only see Fiji waters when I'm out at the airport. That's the only time I ever get a Fiji. It's like that's where the Fiji waters are at. I never get a Fiji any other time than that. You know?
You would never need to, Mike. You would never need to, dude.
I definitely never buy water, but when I do, it's definitely the airports. And sometimes, I'll be honest, sometimes if I'm taking it on a plane, I do like the Fiji water because if it falls, it doesn't tumble. So it'll just sit and it'll slide around.
Yeah, it won't roll back to the back of the plane. That's such a good point because when you're on takeoff, I always like to go with pilots that are always like doing crazy maneuvers, you know. So it's always like really vertical. Sometimes you're doing deep dives, and that's where the water bottle will roll to the front or to the back. Drewski asks, Andy, any chance we can get Dan Lebitard or anyone from the Shipping Container on a Kind of Funny podcast? Shout out from Miami, Florida. Probably definitely not. Maybe somebody from the Shipping Container though. Maybe we can do something because I know a couple of them play games. I'm still working on trying to get Katie Nolan, but she just got back from a big business trip. But I am in the DMs. I'll say that. As far as anybody from the Lebitard show, probably not. I also got a couple DMs saying, Andy, you should go on Love or Host, which is a big popular.
Oh, I love that one. Yep.
By Austin, who has a gigantic Twitch account. And they were like, Andy, you should go on Love or Host. I got 3 DMs kind of over a span of a week. You're single. Why don't you do it? I was like, well, I don't think I'm popular enough because like Carl Jacobs went on there, but he's mega popular. And they were like, no, Andy, you don't got to like they've had people with smaller followings than you on there. So like you should be able to do it. So I don't really know how that would even happen. I don't know if everybody just tweet at Austin Show. I forgot his Twitter name and be like, hey, Andy should be on the show. And then maybe we can make that happen.
That's how it works.
Austin on Twitter. Austin on Twitter.
I have one from BronnyCon. Asks, do you stand or sit to wipe after taking a number 2? Do you stand or sit?
I mean, it's more of a squat,
you sit.
right?
But like, does your butt leave the toilet seat, or do you? It's like Andy's saying, like, do you lift up one cheek and get your hand in there? Is that what you're doing, Andy?
Yeah, I'm lifting over to one side. I'm leaning over, Mike. Because if you stand up, your cheeks are connecting. Like you're whatever was in there.
You're gonna mash the mustard and the mayo together.
Yeah,
you know.
You gotta
be careful with that.
You lift and you wipe. You kind of lift one cheek and you wipe. You know.
Yeah, sometimes, but sometimes you got to get in there really. You know.
Oh yeah, I mean sometimes it's just a little something got on the countertop, and sometimes it's like we got to dig that trench. We got to get in there and dig that trench. Yeah, the Marina Trench.
Yeah.
I've seen some people asking me, it's 2021, what are the new 5 things that I am the keeper of? So I will take you quickly down that list. Of course, you remember, I'm the keeper of 5 things, right? The 5 things that are a big priority to me. I am the one that will tell you whether or not these things are good. Number 1, whether or not Blade Runner 2049 will be a good movie. Spoilers, it was a great movie. Go watch it. Number 2, whether or not The Departed is a good movie. It's still utter garbage. Number 3, we keep that spot open for Jesus. Number 4,
I love how it is descended to utter garbage.
Yeah. Number 4, whether or not bidets should make their way into the United States population. They should. And number 5, are we going to click heads and rip them to shreds in about 5 minutes? The answer to that is stay tuned.
Please God.
And with that, ladies and gentlemen, I think we'll round up the show. I think this was a really, really, really strong episode of the Kind of Funny Morning Show. I want to give a special shout out to Kevin for putting all this together and making it look amazing and run amazingly. And this was really, really, really fun.
Kevin went above and beyond everybody. He stayed up until like 2 or 3 in the morning, where all I did was send Kevin the original cutout. And I was like, oh, this should be fine. But Kevin made all the reflections happen. Kevin last night I was like, fuck, we should have gotten the Top That intros. And I got here on the show and Kevin was like, oh, I got them all prepared. So amazing, huge shout out to Kevin, who went above and beyond.
Like I asked him to make this happen. I was like, it's going to be too much work.
Nah, Kevin, it's all you, bro. Everybody give it up.
There it is.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, and shout out to Snow Mike for helping put this together as well. As always, killing those streams. Remember, we stream on twitch.tv/kindoffunnygames every day from 11 a.m. to roughly 2 p.m. with the help of all you great people out there. We got a great show lined up for the rest of this. If you guys are watching this on YouTube, go over to Kind of Funny Plays channel to watch the rest of this stream, because I'll probably be clicked out. So we'll get the last hour of this, us probably playing Warzone or whatever we're going to do. And of course, as always, we'll be back tomorrow, 11 a.m. twitch.tv/kindoffunnygames for more games shenanigans. Andy, always a pleasure. Shout out to Andrea as well for coming in, and we'll see you real soon, probably about 1.5 to 2 years from now for the next episode of this show.
Bye, everybody.